Indonesia has always been the forefront supporter advocating for Palestinian freedom. Billions of Indonesian rupiah has been gathered and transferred to help Palestinians to survive against the Israeli aggressions. All of Indonesian leaders are one voice for diplomacy to free Palestinians for Israel. And the newest one, there's going to be a mosque being built in the name of Indonesia.
When the conflict between Palestine and Israel was heating up again in mid-May, various Indonesian communities held support for Palestine. Several protests were held in front of the US Embassy, who supports Israeli aggression. Various campaigns to raise funds were carried out. The Indonesian foreign minister called for a cessation of violence against Palestinians. Among those stories of solidarity is the building of a mosque for Palestinians named Sheikh Ajlin Mosque.
The project was initiated by an NGO from Indonesia called Aman Palestine Indonesia. It introduces a new sleek modern design of the mosque, designed by a renowned architect as well as the governor from West Java, Ridwan Kamil.
In July 2014, the mosque in Sheikh Ajlin, about 5 kilometers from the center of Gaza City, was destroyed by Israeli bomb attacks in the Al-Furqan war that lasted for 51 days. The mosque stayed unrepaired for 4 years, until in 2018 a Palestinian man in Indonesia offered to help the reconstruction of the mosque. Palestinian Ministry of Waqf then agreed to the proposal. The construction of this mosque had faced obstacles, especially during the 2020 lockdown due to pandemic. Luckily, this year the reconstruction effort can be continued.
Pada 7 April, kita mengadakan seremonial peletakan batu pertama bersama Kang Emil di Gedung Pakuan, Alhamdulillah. Nah, ketika diadakan peletakan batu pertama, sesungguhnya fondasi masjid sudah berdiri, ya kan? Artinya rebel removal udah selesai. Kemudian sudah ada besi-besi pacak-pacak dengan slope-slope, dan alhamdulillah sekarang sudah lebih maju lagi.
The Sheikh Ajlin Mosque is located on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea, on the Harun al-Rashid Road, so people who pray in the mosque will also be treated to a beautiful view of the blue sea. For the design, the mosque had undergone some changes, before finally settled on a modern design with 3 main structures at the front and a curved top model.
There are 3 structures in front of the mosque. The middle, the tallest one, representing the value of Hablum Minallah. The second structure, the lower one to the left, representing the value of Hablum Minanas. And the third structure to the right, representing the value of Hablum Minal Alam.
The Sheikh Ajlin Mosque is aimed to be completed next year with an estimated construction time of 14 months. The developer is a Palestinian contractor company called Golden Awam Az-Zabiyah with a development cost of $1.2 million. Currently, the fundraising committee has managed to raise about 30% of the total needed funds, and the process of mutual assistance from the Indonesian community for relatives in Palestine will continue. In addition to being a praying facility, the Sheikh Ajlin Mosque, the mosque will also function as a place of education, even as a health center for the local community. Governor Ridwan Kamil, who designed the mosque, was the former mayor of Bandung, the city where Asian African Conference was held in 1955. The conference yielded 10 principles that support the freedom of nations. He reminded that Indonesian support for Palestine is the legacy of those principles.
So it means wherever there is still a country in Asia, Africa, not yet liberated by colonialism, the people of Indonesia will stand together and fight for the freedom of that country. In this matter, Indonesia will go behind together with the Palestine people.
In addition to the Sheikh Ajlin Mosque, previously in 2014, Indonesia also established a hospital for Palestine called the Indonesian Hospital in Baitul Lahia, North Gaza. This Indonesian hospital was funded 100% by the Indonesian people and organized by the humanitarian agency Mercy, her medical emergency rescue committee. For more than 5 years in operation, this hospital has been working to assist in the handling of medical needs for the Palestinians in Gaza, especially the victims of the conflict. In the conflict with Israel in May 2021, the hospital is located 2.5 kilometers from the Israeli border, was received some damage. Mercy condemned the violence and attacks carried out by Israel that damaged the health facility. The story of how Indonesia helped Palestine by constructing for them a mosque and a hospital is a small part of evidence how Indonesia has always seen Palestine as brothers and sisters.
As long as freedom is in Palestinian hands, Indonesia will always stand behind them to support. Dear Palestine, our leaders will continue to help you through diplomacy. You will always have our solidarity, and we will always support you in the name of humanity. Alharkan, Reza Anindita for See Today.